Sometimes you gotta let them go. I know it's hard, but you're better on your own. I know the sky's got you feeling all alone. I know it's hard, but you gotta let them go. Say it with me, everything is okay. But you gotta let them go. I know it's hard, but you're better on your own. Yeah, on your own. Yeah. All these feelings kept, I wanna be over it, but something deep inside makes me feel alone again. They were in my life, never got that closure yet. Push the pain aside, it's heavy when I'm sober, yeah. Turn my thoughts off, I'm over it. 2 shots too deep, I'm alone again. This ain't healthy, she's never helped me, and that's why sometimes you gotta let them go. I know it's hard, but you're better on your own. I know the sky's got you feeling all alone. I know it's hard, but you gotta let them go. Say it with me, everything is okay. But you gotta let them go. I know it's hard, but you're better on your own. Yeah, on your own. Yeah. I know it's hard, yeah, they were in your heart, yeah. A little piece of you broken and discarded. You need to be, you get space from all the darkness. Pull all the weeds from the roots that you
Yo, it's Coach Ed. Got the insights, no boats. From the rookies in the youth leagues to the seasoned pros. Ladies balling, fellas fighting all around the globe. Breaking it down dynamic. You know, tune in, listen up. Don't want to miss the flow. It's Coach Ed's Read and Attack the Sports Show. From the courts to the field, he's got the stats. Dropping out is where the real fans at. So stand up, get ready for the play. Wave your arms in the air, let's hear you say. Coach Ed, our mentor on the mic. Breaking down the game, every highlight. Analyzing plays, court the turf the like. Youth leagues, college dreams, pro spotlight. Tackling the flats, defense or attack. He's got the vision, shows you where it's at. We grab the scoop, no stone left unturned. In Coach Ed's realm, the knowledge earned.
What's going on, everyone? It's me, it's Coach Ed, with another episode of Coach Ed's Read and Attack Sports Show Live. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate you all for tapping in, and really excited to bring you another episode. So let's really get into it. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, and everyone, for that matter, hit that like button. And then if you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button. This way you'll know when I post new content. And everyone, continue to share on all your social media platforms. It really helps the network grow. So thank you all. I really appreciate you. So all right, sorry about that. And today I'm going to be talking some NFL, but I'm also going to be talking about the Olympics. There's some things going on with the Olympics, so it's really intriguing, really exciting what's going on there in the Olympics. And I think I'm going to start with the good old medal tracker. What's going on with the medals in the Olympics? So right now it looks like the United States is leading overall with 43 total medals, 9 gold, 18 silver, 16 bronze. Now looks like they're basically in a tie for a third place, or however you want to categorize it. You have China leading in gold. China leads the way with 13. France and Australia are tied for second, I guess, with 11. And then the United States and Great Britain both have 9. So, but overall, the United States is 43. France is second with 36. So it's hotly contested for the overall. I know most people want to go by the gold medals. That's the standard. That's what you want to go by. So I get it. I understand. What's up, NYG? Thanks for tapping in, my brother. I really appreciate you. So, but yeah, with the overall medals, that's what's pretty exciting to me, because I like watching that, seeing the overall how the United States is doing in competition with everyone. Now, like I said, we all want gold because that's the cream of the crop. But you know what? You also want to have the most medals in terms of your the most medals overall, because that speaks volumes. So now, one of the things I want to talk about, I like the Olympics for many different things. One of the big things that I do like, I know it's basketball, gymnastics, but I also like the sprinting. That's something that I really, really do appreciate. And Sha'Carri Richardson, won her heat today, and she cruised. She was out there pretty much cruising against everyone else that was out there. So to me, that was to be expected. But again, this is just getting everything started. So she won her heat, and I'm expecting her to be competing in the end for the gold medal. So, but one of the events that really intrigued me was the 4x4 mixed relays. And for those of you who don't know, that's men and women combined. Now, the United States ended up in their heat breaking the record. They have the world's fastest record in the 4x400 mixed relay. So, and the record now is 3 minutes 7 seconds 0.41. So, and that's a great thing. Now, the team consisted of Vernon Norwood, Shamir Little, Kaylin Brown, and Bryce Deadman. So, kudos to them. Congratulations for winning and breaking a new breaking the old record, and now ending up with the new record. So that's something that I just always appreciate. What's up, Chad? Thanks for tapping in, man. Yeah, clap, clap, smack, smack, jelly cakes, baby. You know how we do. So, but again, that's something that I really appreciate, because anybody who's ever really studied track, it's not just about running fast. There is a technique to it. Yes, you use a technique to running fast, but it's also the handoff, passing one baton to the other. There's a window that you have to get that passed off to each other, but also not dropping it, not overtaking each other, getting the timing that, you take off when you see your teammate coming, closing in. So it's very hard. I used to watch in high school how they practiced, working the relay, and the baton was always the big thing everyone always worked on. They would walk it, and then, pretty much boom, you had to work the handoff pretty much to perfection, and the person who's passing, pretty much, because the one who's in the front, once they take off, they're not looking back. They're watching what's going on in front of them, handling their lane, and then they put their hand out, and it is up to the person coming from behind to put that in their hand, so then they can close down and grasp it and then go. So that's why, to me, when I see the relays, I really truly appreciate what they bring to the table, because it is not an easy task, man. And you take it for granted. You just think, oh, well, you can do it, but no, it's not. So I hope you guys can appreciate that yourselves. Sitting down, watching the batons, how they practice. How they pass that along. And if you ever watch them practice, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. And then add in the speed component. because some are taking off. You can't take off too soon and you can't take off too late. So, there has to be that right timing, and, working together to get that down packed is very hard and it's very challenging. So it's something I'm going to continue to watch with the track events as it goes along, now that, it's here. But I'm excited. So, but again, kudos to them for what they've done. Next, I want to talk a little bit about. I didn't put up the banners. Sorry, guys. Let me put up the banners so you guys know what I'm talking about. And I had the Olympics. Here it is. All right. So, and the next thing I want to talk about is the basketball, but I'm going to talk 3x3. It's been a tough going for the United States overall. Excuse me if you guys hear that. It's thundering and lightning out here by me, and it just started. So, but again, the 3x3, the United States has not been doing very well. First of all, it's very difficult because it's not your conventional type of 3-on-3. Literally, once the ball goes through the basket, the opposition takes the ball, sprints back to the free throw or the 3-point line on the sidelines, and then they're in play. And you only have a 12-second shot clock. Once I saw that, I said, you literally don't have any time. You're looking for 1 or 2 sets, and then you're going. So, and the United States, we haven't done well with that. And it's been a challenge, for us to do well with the 3-on-3. So, have not won a game as yet. The men, I believe they have 2 games so far that they've won. What's up, Nick? Thanks for tapping in, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the storm just passed here for me, but it was bad for a while. Oh wow. Okay, hopefully it's not. Who picked the 3-on-3? It's crazy because that's been the topic of discussion. NYG. There is a pool that you're supposed to be in, and a lot of NBA players and WNBA players, we've all said it. Well, if you take WNBA players, for example, if you took Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Arike Ungwale and put them into the 3-on-3, and with Dearica Hamby, they win that in the women's group hands down, no denying it. But they don't permit that. The biggest name in the men is Jimmer Fredette. Everyone else, I'm like, who the heck is this? I'm even to the point. You know what? You could take some college kids and develop them and put them in, because the play is just, for the men, has just been atrocious. Now I watched them when they played Lithuania. Lithuania was big, but the United States was more athletic and quicker, so they won that. And then they played China today, and I believe they won. I turned away, and they were in the lead I think they were up by 6 points with time running down. So I assumed that they won. The women have not won a game yet. So, but again, it's who picks it, the rules for the team. I just said it's crazy, and again, that's not just the United States. That's all countries. You sit and you watch the 3-on-3, and it's crazy how the rules that you set in place. In reference to that. So I'm just looking at the news. They're going over the radar now. So, and yeah, it's heavy right now in my area. Yeah, Nick. Halftime and we're definitely going tomorrow. So that we can't come. No, I agree with you, bro. I totally agree with you, because this is not indicative of who the United States is in basketball. We all know we are good with basketball, and not to take anything away from the players who are playing right now. I know they're trying, but Jimmer Fredette is 36 years old. I'm like, man, come on, man, get some young blood in there. I mean, it's really sad that this is the rules of the game, but hey, again, that's how it is now. If the United States is smart, hint, hint, get you a team that, you know what, you develop it right now and let them practice and work on their routine and so on and so forth as they go. Literally, the 3-on-3 to me is really a street game. It's a pickup game. That's really all it is with a shot clock, a 12-second shot clock, because you really don't have much to do. Now, you do have it's 1 point. There is a three, well, what we call a 3 point line, but they say it's a 2 point line. So, and they do shoot foul shots. So, I mean, all the other rules of the game is there. So, some of the officiating I've just said is terrible. So, but again, that's me, in terms of, what I see from the officiating, and I'm always going to be hard on that. But again, the men 3-on-3 is not doing well for the United States. But again, when you look at the full 5-on-5, of course, we're doing our thing. We're dominating, for the most part, in terms of the performances. Now, the women just played against who did we just play? We played yesterday, and I believe we played Belgium. It was a tough game. It was a close game, but the United States ended up pulling away for the longest while. Belgium has some former WNBA players. I mean, good players, So, and what's her name? I think it's Emma Mieseman is one player who, she goes out there and she's done her thing, man. I can't deny it. She really has impressed me with her overall play for Belgium. But they I might actually be. Yeah, you might be, bro. You might really be good at going out there playing in the 3-on-3. So, but yeah, Emma Mieseman has been doing her thing for Belgium. I think Belgium overall, though, I think they have 2 losses, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, yesterday, the United States, we won against them 87-74. Ended up being Breanna Stewart and Aja Wilson pretty much dominating as the game went on. Breanna Stewart ended up with 26 points, Wilson with 23 points. So we had to heavily rely on them. But again, they showed their wear. They showed who they are and why they are the 2 of the best players in all of women's basketball across the world. So, but definitely appreciating that. The men's basketball did not play today. I think they play. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, the men play Puerto Rico tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Right now, the men have moved on, has secured a spot in the quarterfinals. They're 2-0 overall. So we'll see what happens there, where they go from there. What's up, RQ? Yeah, I would say it's Canada. Tudo, what's up, bro? Thanks for tapping in. I would say Canada and maybe Germany. Now, Germany ended up with a big win today. They ended up just beating. Hold on, I have the results right here. Germany just beat. Brazil beat Japan. Greece beat Australia. Canada, Spain. Germany beat France. They actually beat France 85-71. So, with Wemby and Gobert, I mean, look, we're going to say, it's not a surprise, but, Germany has been playing some great ball overall. So, they are also one that you have to contend with. And, you can't just overlook them. So, but hey, but Canada is definitely one that you have to respect. What's good, Tudo, Nick? And what they can bring to the table. Hopefully, the United States will continue on with what they're doing. I'm expecting that. So, but yeah, let's see. Greece took care of Australia 77-71. I know Greece lost the other day. Canada beat Spain 88-85. Brazil over Japan 102-84. And I just gave you Germany. Let's see. I'm not doing tennis. not doing archery, badminton. So yeah, we're getting into BMX, diving, equestrian, fencing. The fencing, I did watch that. That was exciting. Hungary ended up beating Japan by 1 point, man, at the last second, man. I mean, it had me really amped up and going crazy over it. So, but that's the thing about the Olympics, though. There's sports that you don't normally watch on a regular basis, but then when you're sitting and you're watching it, you really get into it. You may not know all the rules, but you feel the excitement, you feel the passion. So, kudos to all the athletes. This is why I love the Olympics. I'm gonna always say the same thing. This is why I just love the Olympics. Coach, our season opener is 16th is on Sky Sports Rugby pay-per-view. Please pray for my victory. All right, Tudo, man, don't hurt him too much now. Just break a couple of ribs and so on and so forth. But and you definitely be safe, brother, when you're out there, man. But I know you'll do your thing and have fun. So. And show them what Joyzy is all about, brother. So, but yeah, but getting into the Olympics, who knows, Tudo? Maybe one day you might get into the Olympics. If you're able to get out of your contract or your contract is up. So, but again, in terms of watching the Olympics, this is why I love it, man. I mean, just so many different events that you just sit back and you watch and you appreciate. You see the effort, the time, that athletes put into, their work. But again, I just appreciate it and I just love it. So let me see. Tomorrow we have on tap United States and Puerto Rico in men's basketball, women's soccer. The women take on Japan. The men. They're out. They lost today 4-0. So it was kind of disheartening, but I understand. Hey, you put in a lot of work, a lot of time, a little effort, and you end up losing. So, and it's really disheartening. So, I talked about here. There it is. Yeah, we lost to Morocco 4-0. So, tough loss. But so as they said, the journalist said it's a wake-up call before the World Cup. So hopefully the United States will wake up and we'll do better going forward. So before I continue on, I just want to make sure and thank everyone for your support. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure you subscribe to Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, also the Hardcore Sports Network. And hit the notification and always share on all social media platforms. Today's episode is also sponsored by Get Out Travels. Definitely reach out to Get Out Travels if you're looking to get out and do your traveling wherever. If you want to go to concerts, sports, and events, Get Out Travels is definitely the one for you. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be right back after this.
Hop on the A train, feel the vibe, Get Out Travels, we got sights, right? Dream destinations, come alive, Sporting events or the nightlife, tight. Brooklyn roots, we bring it back. Yo, vacation spots, don't pack light. Nah, concert stations, romance flicks. Yeah, we got your back. Hit the site, hey, travel plans, we keep it real. Pack your bags, it's the deal. Worldwide, we make it hot. Catch your flights, don't miss the clock. Sick, romantic getaways, top spots. Top sporting events, we never stop. Nah, concert vibes, feel the bass. Boom, exotic places, set the pace. Fast, vacation dreams within your grasp. Yo, hit us up, enjoy the blast. Yeah, plan your trip, buckle in. And Get Out Travels, let the fun begin.
All right, thanks to Get Out Travels for always supporting and being there for me. I really appreciate it. So, but I'm going to get back into the show. Coach, we're rugby union 15s. We're the hardest tacklers and violent mate. We're not allowed in the Olympics, and also we're not on the regular national mate. Only Yeah, that's why I said in case you get out of your contract or it's over, maybe you'll move on. So, but hey, I understand. Everyone has um, their cup of tea. So got them big time sponsors. Now he's moving to the world. Thanks, brother. I'm just trying to, you know, be supportive and show my appreciation to everyone who supports me, you guys, as well as, my sponsors that, man. So I promise you that you will do me. I promise you that. I've never been this much ready, man. Hey, that's right, Tudo. Be ready. Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate you all. So, but yeah, getting back to the storylines, in terms of the Olympics. Let me see what else we have going on. I know we have some of the. Here we go. I know that you have some of the um, gymnastics going on. So, I'm really excited, in reference to that. I love seeing the way these women go out there and perform. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, I just can't explain it. Heck, that's stuff that I could never imagine doing, let alone I can't even do a daggone handstand, So, but yeah, it's just like I said, it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate it, watching the gymnastics and watching how gifted that they are working, their different events, whether it's a dance, working the apparatus, man. Man, I just used to always watch kids just doing backflips and tumbling, and yeah, because I'm a big guy, so it's not my forte, but it's something that I used to say I wish I could do just once or twice. Just get out there and just tumble a little bit, man. So, but coach. Also, rugby league 15, like American tag football, no hard tackle or violence against rugby 7, soft rugby, no tackles, which are allowed in Olympics. I don't know the difference between the tackling then when you say soft tackling because it looks like tackling to me. So I mean, now if you're talking about you're not allowed to, it basically lay low a shoulder into somebody, I guess that's what it is. So, but hey, more power to you. You're more proficient at that than I am, brother. So, but yeah, getting back to the gymnastics, I mean, the pommel horse, the ring. Like I watched this one dude on the rings the other day, and just the strength to extend both arms and basically make a cross and be parallel to the ground. I mean, the core, the arm strength, everything associated with that. Man, I was just like totally flabbergasted. My fat butt definitely could not do that. Then you start, swinging and the joints where you're rotating. It's again, like I said, I appreciate it. I respect the athletes for what they're doing. The commitment. You see their build, the definition, the muscles. I mean, me, like I said, being a 300-pound plus man, there's no way in the world I could do that. So, tomorrow they got shot put. Okay. I'm gonna see. It's around 135, so I might not be able to see. Maybe I can keep it on my TV. So, but yeah. Serbia and South Sudan is also playing basketball tomorrow in the men's group. So I'm looking at the schedule for tomorrow. Just going down, just skimming real quick. They got cycling. Badminton. Again, fencing. I like the fencing. Like I said, men's basketball. Again, that's why I said it's just for me as a sports junkie, man, it's nothing better, man. Just sit there and just consume everything. And I try to get up when they're saying it's at 4 o'clock in the morning, but sometimes I'm going to bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So there's no way in the hell I'm going to be able to get up and do it. So, but I try. I might roll over, put my TV on, take a look, and then that sleeping calls you, and then it's like, all right, coach, go back to sleep. So, but again, I just sit there and I appreciate everything because again, I know what it takes. The time, the commitment, especially when you have your own personal life. It's tough. It's demanding. You have, if you're working, you have your work commitment, your family commitment, then your training. Man, that's why I always appreciate it, Coach. I won't be able to play rugby league or sevens mates due to my athleticism and freak of nature. We were rugby union, and we're deeper and bigger purse than the NFL mate. My contract is bigger than. Okay, Tudo. Respect. I understand, bro. You're teaching me. I was just, look, I wish, there was a format where I could coach an Olympic team, with football. So, but hey, yeah, Shikari, I think she ran a 10.94 today. Yeah, she was cruising. She wasn't pushing it. I think she probably could have pushed the world record if she really wanted to. So, tell me that they're showing. Oh, okay, they're just showing the replay. Sorry, I was looking at NBC just showing. I mean, you just look at her and it just looks like she's just getting warmed up, and she looks like she won by probably about two paces, 2.5 paces. So, but yeah, I mean, I just love watching, all aspects of the Olympics because, like I said, the time, the effort, the commitment that you have to put in, it's really in. It's really challenging. I guess that's Mitch. Mitch, if that's you, let me know if that's you. Because I didn't put anything for the StreamYard. So, and if that's not you, I just have to I can't even block that. But again, the commitment that you put into, in terms of your work, it's a tough thing. You already have your personal life, you have your career, and then you have to train for the Olympics. Some of them take, years to do this. So, right now they're interviewing Sonny Lee and Simone, the two young ladies who were part of the team in the terms of the gymnastics. So, phenomenal players. I love me some Sonny Lee. She's just, very beautiful, but, she's very gifted. She's young and she can continue to grow in the sport. So, because yesterday when she was on the balance beam, and she initially, hopped up, she fell off. And, you could see the nervousness in her, but hey, she fought through it. And that's the thing about being in the Olympics. That's the thing about being an athlete. You train, but you know what? You see your mistakes, but then you fight through. You don't let your mistakes get you down and take you out of the competition, because that right there is the biggest thing, in terms of, when you're an athlete. You make a mistake and sometimes you're too hard on yourself and you hurt yourself as well as your teammates. So so there are 8 figures. Regularly get paid maximum 6 figures, and the Olympic comedy get paid 5 figures. Hey, I understand, bro. Money talks, so nothing but love and respect for you too, though. You keep doing your thing. We do nothing but appreciate you. You know that, man. And, especially with the BBK, you'll always get, nothing but love and support from everyone. So, like you said, X, look, you want, tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow you said, let me just, August 16th, you're playing on Sky Sports Rugby. So, something that, I definitely will be tapping into. Let me see what time you said. It's 6 a.m. Eastern time. So, so hopefully I can be able to jump in and follow along. So, 6 a.m. not too early. I'm usually up that time anyway. So, excuse me. But yeah, getting back to the Olympics. One thing I definitely want to talk about in terms of the Olympics, I have it right here. Where is it? I wanted to talk about there's the schedule, the Olympic schedule, and they have an MVP race, and I was wow. I mean, you have your three groupings. Group A, B, and C. United States is in Group C. They're 2-0, along with Germany, which is 2-0, Belgium, which they just beat 0-2, and Japan, which is 0-2. So, but then you have, Group A, Serbia, Spain, Puerto Rico, and China. And then Group B, which is France, Nigeria, Austria, and Canada. But, they have a top 10 in terms of the MVP, and I found it very intriguing. So, just to go over who is in the top 10, you have Sammy Whitcomb, the WNBA player but she's playing for Australia. Bridget Carlton playing for Canada. Yuri Lee of China, she also plays for the LA Sparks. Megan Gustafson for Spain. I think Megan is with Minnesota. Maureen Johannes of France, who was also originally with the Liberty, but she took this year off. Gabby Williams. Gabby is with, I want to say, Chicago. She's playing for France. Emma Miesemans playing for Belgium. She used to play for Washington, but she took the year off. Satu Sabli of Germany. She's with the Dallas Wings. Aja Wilson of the United States with the LA Aces, and Brianna Stewart of the United States for the New York Liberty. That's the top 10. And it's very detailed that they broke it down. They go into stats, your efficiency rating. Sammy Whitcomb is at 19.5 efficiency, which is number 8 in the tournament. She's averaging 16 points, 6.5 assists, which is number 7. 4 rebounds. She's shooting 50% from field goal and 100% from the free throw line, which is number 1. They say clutch ability, which is strong, which they talk about her passing and her 3-point shooting. And they break down why or why not you can be the win or not win the MVP. Bridget Carlton, her stats are 20% efficiency, 13.5 points per game, 8 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 2.5 steals, 50% shooting. She hasn't taken any free throws. This talks about if the ball's in her hands for her clutch ability at the pivot, then the opposing team basically has to be concerned. She's a deal breaker, especially from downtown. Yuri Lee, her stat line is 26% efficiency, number 4 in the Olympics, 19.5 points per game, 13 rebounds, which is number 1. 57.9% field goal shooting, 76.2 from the free throw line. They talk about if it's thrown into the post, it's hard to stop her. I think she's like 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". So, she has the same size as oh gosh, what's her name for the United States? I forget her name. What's her name? Who was just came back from the United States. What's up, Raph? Thanks for tapping in, man. I really appreciate you. She plays for the Phoenix Sun. It's going to come back to me a little bit later. So, then you got Megan Gustafson. She's 29% efficiency, 23.5 points per game, which is number 4, 10.5 in rebounds, which is number 3, 2.5 steals, 61.8% field goal shooting, 66.7 from the free throw line. She can score on the inside with any of them, and has good shooting range. Then you have Maureen Johannes. She's at a 77.5 efficiency, 11 points per game, 2.5 assists, 2 rebounds, 40% from the field goal, no free throws. They talk about, her DNA, overall DNA. If you ever watch her, you'll understand why, she's, considered clutch. Gabby Williams for France, 21.5 efficiency, 13 points, 7.5 assists, number 3, 5.5 steals, number 1, 4 rebounds, 60% field goal, 28.6 from the free throw line. You have Emma Mieseman, 24% efficiency, 24.5 points per game, which is number 2, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, which is number 2 on average, 61.8 field goal percentage, 63.6 from the free throw line. Satu Sabali is at 24.5 efficiency, which is number 5, 25 points per game, which is number 1, 6 rebounds average per game, 2.5 assists, 51.9 field goal percentage, 88.9 from the free throw line. So, I mean, just speaks to the bottom line of her overall play and what she's done. Aja Wilson's at 29.5 efficiency, which is number 2 overall, 23.5 points per game, which is number 4, 13 rebounds, which is number 1, 3 assists, 2 blocks, which is number 2, 57.6% field goal shooting, 75% from the free throw line. Basically, if she's caught in the paint, whoever it is, you're basically you're having a hard time trying to deal with her. So, and the one thing that I like when they say the reason why she can miss out on being the MVP, it says, look to your left, Aja, that's Breanna Stewart, which is, makes sense. And then with Breanna, she's at 33% efficiency, which is number 1, 24 points per game, which is number 3, 4 assists, 3 blocks per game, which is number 1, 66% field goal percentage, 90% from the free throw line. And again, when they talk about why she would miss it, look to your left, there's Aja Wilson. So I found that very interesting. I really did like that breakdown, that article, really let you really feel the Olympics and what these women are doing and how they're competing. But it also lets you know that, they're really, really into it. And the coverage is also into it as well. So, but again, kudos to these young ladies. They're out there balling. They're out there putting it on the line for themselves, their teammates, and their country. So, and I definitely appreciate that. So, but that's going to be it in terms of the Olympics. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the NFL before we start wrapping it up, and just go over some of the things that that I've been intrigued with in terms of the NFL so far. And where's my article? Some of the things that I really appreciated. Oh, here it is. In this article, it says it's talking about the best and worst case for each NFL division prior to training camp. I'm also going to go and take a look. I was looking at a roster for the New York Giants, a projected roster, and I just wanted to get that to. Okay, but let me get back to the best and worst case scenarios for each division. So me being that I'm in the NFC East, being that a Giants fan, I'm just going to go over this. It says in the NFC East, it says the best third playoff contenders emerges. For 3 straight years, it's been the Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles. Basically being in the playoffs. And then it says the main question for the division is whether the Giants or Washington will manage to join them in New York in 2022. And it says, should the Giants and the Commanders making it happen, that'll be an admirable campaign for the division. So basically the best is you have 3 teams from the division make the playoffs. The worst, top team slip, Giants don't ascend. Over the last 2 seasons, Philly has produced a 25-9 record, with Dallas sitting a single game behind at 24-10. The franchise has notched 11 plus victories in both years. The Cowboys basically receiving embarrassing losses in the playoffs, and then Philly with their words, dreadful finishes. Um, and then it says New York is poised to determine if Daniel Jones is actually the long-term solution, and the right answer might not be positive. Washington's rebuild has a new coach, rookie quarterbacks, so patience is required. The division has potential, but the downside is empowering. So basically, what they're saying is they don't have a lot of confidence in the NFC East. Excuse me. And they're number one, they're saying they don't. It does not have confidence in the Giants and Washington first and foremost, and they figure Philly and Dallas, they're going to wet the bed. Let's be real. That's what they're saying. Philly and Washington is going to wet the bed one way or another. They're not going to be able to compete for a championship. So hopefully, as far as the Giants fan, I'm hoping that, the Giants step up to the plate and they can compete for the division as well as for the playoffs. It's going to take a lot, man. The offensive line is going to have to really come together. That's for sure. Bringing in Van Roten right now to help with the offensive line, a veteran guy. He's also played with the Luminor, and he played for the offensive line coach. So that can be a big asset, and if they can give Daniel Jones time, then it's now time for Daniel Jones to put up or shut up, and, is he going to earn that money, and that's the bottom line, which, a lot of Giants fans don't have confidence in that. And I understand why they say that. I get it. I really do get why they say it. But I haven't seen enough myself. You can make your assessment, but, when you haven't had good blocking, when you've been dealing with the injuries, you haven't had capable targets to rely on, you can't expect a quarterback to produce. I'm sorry, you just can't. Everyone wants to put everything on the quarterback nowadays. And that's where I'm old school. This is a team sport. The quarterback, shout out to Big Pat Sports Talk for always saying this. The quarterback is the most dependent position in all of sports. It is. He's dependent on his skill guys to catching the football whenever he throws in the ball. He's dependent on them getting open so he can throw them the ball or put the ball in the position so they can only make the catch. He's dependent on the offensive line to block for them. He's also dependent on the defense. Defense from putting the offense in good position to drive the field and score. So while it's a popular position, it's still the most dependent, and that to me says it all right there. That with the quarterback, I need to see more from some quarterbacks. Yeah, everyone is not going to be Patrick Mahomes. I get it. Or Josh Allen, or some of these, perceived elite caliber quarterbacks. But you still need assets. No quarterback. Tom Brady's ex-wife said it best. You can't expect him to throw the ball and go out there and catch it. You can't. So, but I get it. I understand why everybody, wants to make the quarterback higher than everyone else, and they get all the money, and I get it. And, when you get all that money, then you're going to get most of the pressure, but, as a coach, an old football coach, I just look at it like, what? It's still a team sport. And to me, the quarterback is, in terms of positional groups. So I'm not talking about individual. I'm talking about positional groupings. If I look at the most important positional group on a football team, it's the offensive line. It's always going to be the offensive line, because without an offensive line, you can't do anything. You can't run the football. You can't throw the football. And your defense is always going to be coming back out there on the field, because your offense is going to be going out there 3 and out, turnovers, quick turnovers, where the opposition is going to get a short field. The offensive line is probably the most important positional group on a football team. Quarterback, because he handles the ball technically he and center handles the football the most, but he determines who gets the football for the most part, once a play is being run. So yeah, his importance is there, but again, he can't do anything without his teammates giving him the necessary opportunities to go out there and shine. So, but now in terms of the another grouping that I wanted to talk about in this article, it's actually the AFC East. Part of that is because yes, I'm part of the New York area, but it says the best scenario: Jets fly into deep playoff race. Last season, the Bills and the Dolphins made the postseason, and it's expected that it's going to be the same. But hopefully the wild card is the Jets. If Rodgers can play the whole season and just be half of what he was in Green Bay, in a sense, they have a playoff caliber roster on paper. Still have to go out there and produce. The offensive line has to develop and gel. But if they do, there's a good opportunity for them, to have possibly 3 teams in the playoffs. And the worst case, all hype, no substance. New England is embraced for a rebuild. But, what if Buffalo's skill position falters and Miami's overhaul defense, it has a rough year because they've lost a lot of players, especially after, prior to paying to him. You might be confident about Rodgers' health, but not exactly. But it's not exactly controversial to suggest that returning from an injury at 40 years isn't an easy thing. So it's possible they could end up with one team coming out of that division, and I could see that. I really can see that. And it's positioned well for the AFC East, but you know what? It could be a crash and burn. So. We'll see how it goes once the season starts. I mean, I'm excited because, you just had NFL football played yesterday, even though it didn't completely go through, it was stopped, because of the weather. And okay. But it's just good to have football. And now we can get back into what most of us really love. I can get back into college football, diving into that a little bit more. So just excited, with that. But, I just wanted to talk about that, the best case and worst case scenarios for, for certain divisions in the football spectrum. So, and it was something here about, I had another article. Here it is. A little bit I want to talk about next, finally, before I close it out, is, I couldn't do it without leaving out of here without talking about Rutgers, man. I'm just Rutgers through and through. So, I'm reading a lot of info I'm getting is from some of the sites that Rutgers sites. This one is going to be Scarlet Nation. I highly suggest if you love Rutgers athletics, check it out. Gave a breakdown of the top 5 training camp breakout candidates. 5 is Kaj Sanders, athlete. 4 is Moses Walker, linebacker. 3 is Ty Needleham, offensive lineman. 2 is Ben Black, wide receiver. And number 1 is Dymere Miller, also wide receiver. They also give a crystal ball, and it says Rutgers will win its first road game. And this first road game is going down to Virginia to take on Virginia Tech. So that's a big one right there. And then, Rutgers right now is having a battle in terms of its backup quarterback. You have Ethan Kelly Manus solidified as the starter, but then you have a Johnny Shepard who's going into his sophomore year, and AJ Ceres, who's a true freshman. They're battling for the number 2 spot. Ceres right now is basically he's been injured this whole week, so he's I don't want to say he's behind the 8 ball, but Shepard has a head up right now because he has a year in the system. and he has an extra week. So now everything is going to come down to when they have their scrimmages. They should have a scrimmage the end of next week and the week after that before they start solidifying everything. Because then the last Thursday in the month is when they play their first game, where they host Howard. So, but again, it's going to be a tough one, especially when you have two young quarterbacks. But hopefully they'll be able to battle it out, and the best man will solidify the position for the backup quarterback. To be honest with you right now, and I know Sarace, he's a highly talented quarterback in New Jersey. He's a son of a coach. His dad is is the head coach for Princeton University. So that he's well prepared in terms of playing the quarterback position. Princeton has a very dynamic offense. So, I know his father has talked to him and really put the thought and the process of playing quarterback mentally into his mindset. And I've watched him in high school. He was very effective and a very efficient competing as a quarterback in the high school level. So I'm expecting him to eventually continue to develop and grow and be the same way at the college level. So, and somewhere down the line, he's going to end up being, that number one, and who knows what he may end up doing in terms of his college career for Rutgers University. So, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about that before I get ready to get out of here. So, I was going to read something, but I decided not to. It's not my cup of tea. So, but that's pretty much it now. So I want to thank everyone who's been here, you tapped in with me. What's up, Nimmer? Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate you. For being in here. Again, Raf, Tudo, NYG, Nick, Arku, did I get every Chad? Yeah, you guys have been phenomenal. I really appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to be getting out of here. I'm supposed to be getting ready to tap into the Blacktop Basketball Podcast with NYG22, also known as Unpopular Opinion Sports. That'll be happening probably within the next half an hour or so. So getting myself ready for that. Tomorrow I'll be streaming the halftime coaching adjustment show with Philly Halftime. That'll be at 2:00 right here on Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports and the Hardcore Sports Network. Sunday, I'm supposed to do the Giants conversation, but I don't know. I'm trying to decide. And what's up here to Nimmer saying what's up to everyone. I'm trying to decide if I might cover, do a watch along for the Women's Olympics game Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You'll see me doing the reading attack. But one of those days, more than likely, I'm going to introduce a new show that I'll be presenting. I've gotten everything that I wanted done, situated, so I'll roll it out next week. Just haven't decided if it's Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. Tuesday will be the Heart of the City with NYG22. Wednesday will be the Pick and Roll Podcast. Thursday will be the Full Court Press, where we talk about the WNBA. And, of course, again, be back next Friday with another one. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you for Get Out Travels for being a great sponsor. And going to give you a commercial break before we get out of here. So talk to everyone soon. Y'all be safe. Peace.
Hop on the A train, feel the vibe, Get Out Travels, we got sights, right? Dream destinations, come alive, Sporting events or the nightlife, tight. Brooklyn roots, we bring it back. Yo, vacation spots, don't pack light. Nah, concert stages, romance flicks. Yeah, we got your back. hit the site. Hey, travel plans, we keep it real. Back to back, it's the deal. Worldwide, we make it hot. Catch your flights, don't miss the clock. Tick, romantic getaways, top spots. Top, sporting events, we never stop. Nah, concert vibes, feel the bass. Boom, exotic places, set the pace. Fast, vacation dreams within your grasp. Yo, hit us up, enjoy the blast. Yeah, plan your trip, buckle in. Get out, travels, let the fun begin.
Yo, it's Coach Ed. Got the insights, no boats. From the rookies in the youth leagues to the seasoned pros. Ladies ballin', fellas fighting all around the globe. Breaking it down dynamic. You know, tune in, listen up. Don't wanna miss the flow. It's Coach Ed's Read and Attack the Sports Show. From the courts to the field, he's got the stats. Dropping knowledge is where the real fans at. So stand up, get ready for the party. Wave your arms in the air, let's hear you say K. Coach Ed, our mentor on the mic. Breaking down the game, every highlight. Analyzing plays, court the turf the like. Youth leagues, college dreams, pro spotlight. Tackling the facts, defense or attack. He's got the vision, shows you where it's at. We grab the scoop, no stone left unturned. In Coach Ed's realm, the knowledge earned.